It's sad to see and disheartening. How low can Manchester City and Pep Guardiola go? 1 win in 10, they've lost 7 in that same run. Who will save City? How will Pep find his way out of this rut? We have more questions than answers. And in the UEFA Champions League, Liverpool 6 out of 6. Barcelona second on the table. Arsenal finding their way back on top of the table. It promises to be a very, very dramatic UEFA Champions League, because we'll see which of these teams will finish in the top 8 and then which ones would take on each other in the round of 16 playoff. The Manchester Derby holds again this weekend. Amorim versus Pep Guardiola. Time will surely tell which of these two managers will take the day. And FIFA have announced the host of the 2030 and 2034 World Cup. Welcome. This is Premium Sports on PBO TV. Yes, it's not a show for me to gloat, because I gloated last week. I feel you can see I'm wearing something close to what Man City wear. Yeah, the Citizens blue. It's not a good one for Pep Guardiola. You can feel his pain. You can feel the players complaining. You can feel that all is not well right there at the blue side of Manchester. Welcome on board. We'll do a break. The guys are here. Why will Boluwatitoni Shola Omoniyi not be on the show? He will be on the show. Real Madrid won in midweek. Brest also won. So hey, CJ and Bolu will have a nice time on the show. We'll do a break. We'll be back. You're welcome back, guys. Premium Sports, PBO TV. Yes, sir. Chijo Kezial is here. Boluwatitoni Shola Omoniyi is here. I'm the amazing Kingsley. And Bolu, it's good to have you.
This way back.
Brest is on the menu, and you're here.
Yeah, Brest on the menu. So they've been playing front two. They've been pushing themselves to the top of the table, and they're doing so well in the Champions League and in the league. And should I say commensuration with Manchester City? Things are not going down well for Pep Guardiola, and I've been hearing different excuses. Everyone go through rough patches. Unfortunately, this is the time it's going on for them. Sadly, their player is still the top goal scorer in the Premier League so far this season. A friend of mine said if Man City should win the Premier League this season, they should disband the remaining 19th club and come and pick NPFL teams to continue to compete in the Premier League. But we'll definitely have a jolly ride today, especially the Manchester Derby.
Okay, Chijo Kezial, it's good to have you. We were together alone last week on the show. Yeah,
we were together alone last week.
We're alone on the show.
Wait, may I ask, where was Jessica last week?
Jessica was around.
Oh, okay.
She was around.
I'm here to be sure.
But it's
we
good.
just started.
It's good Real Madrid won.
Oh,
Real Madrid won, Bolu's back. So maybe your story adds up. Bolu did not dispute it.
Okay.
So maybe we'll go with the flow. But
Okay.
it's good. Brest were very firm against PSV.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. So we'll have a great show today.
Okay.
So
Good.
good to be here.
I think subsequently, whenever names that we do not need are mentioned on the show, we'll just maybe cut out whosoever mentions the name on the show, and then we'll continue the show.
which name is it? Brest?
Or Jessica.
Oh, okay, I forgot.
It's time for Newsbeat. You won't hear from them again. You hear from them when it's time for Niger Flavor. For a Newsbeat, Formula One. Fernando Alonso is considering his past, present, and future in the sport, and most of all his thoughts on his prospect of winning the third world driver's title, even though he is 43 and it's 18 years since his last. He said, "I still dream. Why not? I know 2026 is probably my only chance because 2025 is extremely difficult, but I'm still dreaming. F1 is for dreamers, probably because anything can happen. Let's see. Next season is going to be very, very difficult because you still have Mad Max, and then you have Lando Norris, who has done so well in 2024, and don't forget Lewis Hamilton, who will be switching switching cars. So hey, it's going to be a very, very, very difficult one. Let's do a bit of fencing. Yes, fencing sports. The president of British Fencing BF, Patricia Ayenuru, is said to be one of the distinguished officials attending the 2024 Men's Junior Hip Fencing World Cup, scheduled for December 14th to 15th at the Charterhouse, Lagos. Ayenuru, who succeeded Hilary Philbin after 3 terms, has been a pivotal figure in the British fencing community. From fencing, let's do boxing. Anthony Joshua has thrown his support behind former rival Alexander Usyk to secure another victory over Tyson Fury when the two heavyweight titans clash on December 21st in Riyadh. Joshua, who was ringside on May 18th when Usyk claimed a split decision win over Fury to become the undisputed heavyweight champion, believes the Ukrainian will once again outclass the Gypsy King in their highly anticipated rematch. I think it's going to be a tough fight early on, and then I feel like Usyk will edge it again, Joshua said in an interview. He's a class operator, so I think Usyk's one of the best out there. That's why I think he'll win. Joshua calls Usyk a class operator and not like Bolu or CJ, who are smooth operators. We're done with Sports Beat. After the break, Ninja Flavor. Welcome back, guys. If only you guys know the kind of distractions that are behind the camera. We have 3 persons behind the camera. 2 are doing their job so perfectly. 1 is always a distraction. It's time for Ninja Flavor. Bolu, why do you look sad?
I want to know the distraction so I will know where to focus on. As it's sitting this way, I know the distraction is not this way, so I will probably, the distraction is this way since you are focused on this direction.
Bolu, are you trying to defend somebody? Because I think what...
Are you the defender of the universe?
But what Kingsley says is distraction is on his side.
No.
Not
He
like
said
this.
there's a distraction among the 3 people behind.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm seated this way, I can't
In
see
front
distraction.
of-
You are seated this way, you can't see distraction. He's seated this way. So that's probably where the distraction
Bolu, I can
is
see
from.
everybody in front of me.
Are you sure?
Yes, I can.
You can see everything in front
So
of
can
you.
you confidently name the distraction?
Ninja Flavor.
Okay, I want to be sure we're on the same page.
Okay. As much as I do not want to talk about it, but hey, because this is Nigeria, let me.
Nigeria sport needs adjustment.
Yeah.
It needs adjustment.
NFF. We are in December.
Nigeria Fighting Federation. Huh?
In March, World Cup qualifiers. There's a mandate for us, Operation Win All Your Games and qualify for the World Cup. And then we had this name pop up a few months ago, and then the name went into oblivion. The name is back again. Bruno Labbadia. Is this the man that will be saddled with the responsibility to lead us to the World Cup? Or are we just playing with names again, and then from one obscure country we'll hear Tizi Elijah to take charge of the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Or Jessica Akpan.
Or Tizi?
Exactly. The truth is,
Bolu.
some defenders of the universe were defending, but when Western Half came, he never coached Africa before, blah, 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 blah. My concerns are still the same. Everything surrounding Bruno Labbadia's playing career, coaching career, marriage career, love career, everything was in Germany. He never left. I'm not saying he didn't travel out of the country, but as a professional, he never left the country. Now, you're not sending him to Portugal, you're not sending him to Spain, England. I'm bringing him to Africa. I bring him to West Africa. I bring him to Nigeria. Nigeria alone is complex. I think it's established that most of the time, local coaches do well on the continent. Foreign coaches that we even say do, how many of them have done well on the continent? The biggest place we ever finished at the World Cup was round of 16. A Nigerian coach led us to round of 16 as we was talking about Stephen Keshi. So if you want a foreign coach, maybe as a technical advisor to maybe support or lead to the World Cup, maybe, but I still have a problem with Labbadia. But on this African scene, he has almost no idea about what's going on here. I'm one of those that rooted for, keep it going. After a few changes, I have my doubts, but I still think a Nigerian, or if you are going for a foreign guy, the one that knows the African football. But I don't even think we can afford any of those ones. Now we'll go. People are saying, but we can't go back to someone that embarrassed us internationally, blah, blah, blah. Randy Wardom embarrassed us internationally, we went back to him. So we are used to it. I won't be surprised.
We are used to embarrassment.
Yes, it is us.
It's the NFL. I don't trust the NFL. I've never trusted them for anything. They like feeding bottle coaches. They like coaches
They can
that are still, they still like coaches that are still in diapers. They like coaches that are not Javier Renard. They like coaches that are not Emmanuel Amunike. They like coaches that can do their bidding.
Wait,
I know.
you didn't mention. You didn't mention Pizzo Mosimane. You
Yeah,
mentioned Emmanuel Amunike.
I was going to mention that also.
Is Emmanuel Amunike the best?
He's
the best Nigerian coach.
Let me tell you for free. He's a very good coach. He's a very outstanding coach. I don't like talking about coaches because it will seem as if you have personal affiliations to these coaches. But the truth is, coaches that know their onions are very rare. Lobadia is not the coach, the profile of coach we should need in our national team. African football is very different. He wouldn't even understand the mentalities of our boys. Yes, most of them are maybe born abroad, played abroad. Some are even trying to nationalize and play for Nigeria. But the truth is, he's a manager, like Bolu said rightly, has stayed even in the Stuttgart axis, not even that exposed that to even come to a national team and know how African football is played and the mentality and how to go to away grounds, difficult grounds and play football. Our administration alone here would give him headache and he wants to quit already, even without even managing the team.
Even before getting the job, he already quit.
Exactly. He even announced himself at one point. They said maybe someone hacked his social media account or something. But truth be told, we are not. I see you're not smiling because it's a very serious business. Nigerians should stop going for feeding bottle coaches. And
do we have quality coaches back home?
We do.
My problem is why are we going to NIS?
Name one.
Our coaches should be teaching NIS.
We do.
You mentioned the Manila Munike.
Yes.
People tell you that Munike failed with the under-20 team.
He was very successful.
He failed with the under-20 team
because
we didn't qualify.
If you check the profile of players that played in that tournament, where they are now.
Under 17, yes.
Succeeded.
Under 20, we didn't qualify.
No, they're same players.
He succeeded at
they passed
Tanzania.
through.
He succeeded
the first time
in
they
Egypt.
qualified. Exactly. First time they qualified for Nations Cup in about
over 20, almost 30 years, 28 years.
28 years. So it's not something you achieve if you're not grounded. He was so good at the club, they said, come and become a technical director. Now, we will not want to sit here and pretend as if we don't have other coaches.
The same Amunike is in the Nigerian Premier Football League and he's not top 4.
He's not top 4 because he decided to go with grassroots players. Nobody does that in the league. Okay, maybe they do that in the league.
He could do City. What players are
they do that in the league? But they add
they are top 4.
They are experienced guys.
Aguero is top 4.
But the thing is this: if you spend money, you get a squad you need. But you have decided to go with players that are with no names, the players that nobody know. See this Suraj Lawal that scored a beautiful goal against Kano Pillars. Nobody knew where he's coming from. Nobody knew that these boys can play football. Even at a point, they were telling him, go sign experienced guys. Let them play for you. Be like, no. Let these guys
Even
grow.
if you are going by what you did in the FFA, then we should give Ilechukwu and Finidi.
Exactly.
Finidi
has succeeded. He won the league too. So what about...
And Ilechukwu should be
they will say they gave Finidi the job
and the one they set him up and the NFF are here to sanction Osimhen. Let me not even go back to that.
Okay. Let's not even go back to that stuff.
It's worrisome. It's worrisome. Here we are, complaining about Manchester City and all of that. We get there, and back home there's a rot in the system, and you don't even know where we must be at the World Cup. We must be at the World Cup. Like Africa has 9.5 slots. And then the Super Eagles can't make one. Like we can't
difficult.
We can't be the top 10. We can't be one of the top 10 teams in Africa. I don't understand how.
It's difficult.
You can do with Lesotho, Rwanda, Benin,
South Africa.
It's sad.
Let me not
it's
say
sad.
anything violence.
Okay. South Africa. The South African coach has told his people that if they don't qualify, he will resign.
He should resign.
Because they are in a very good position, and he knows his only threat is Nigeria.
That's their headache. That's their family problem. We just need to. We don't need to. We are not beating them in SA. You should not worry. We'll win our games in Nigeria.
We have six.
Draw in SA. We have
games.
3 home matches. Win the 3 at home. If they win 3 and draw 3 away from home, Nigeria will qualify because others are still playing themselves.
You said if
they are still useless to all those other nations. That's why we are hope. If those nations were good enough, Nigeria should not have hope.
Okay. Let's always pray for Nigeria.
Nah, I'm even having a headache.
Always.
We have to get our calculators out and start calculating.
Yeah. Okay, the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, have imposed a transfer ban on top Russian club CSKA Moscow after they failed to pay the balance with transfer fee for Super Eagles in Chidera Ejuke. I don't know why all of this happens, but when it comes to
same Ejuke they sold.
And we also have Besiktas are the latest club to be linked to striker Paul Onuachu. He has played only 134 minutes in 7 matches for Southampton, who are rock bottom of the Premier League. Super Eagles goalkeeper Maduka Okoye has vowed to return to top form after successfully undergoing surgery to repair a wrist injury he sustained during the Udinese Serie A clash against Genoa. We just hope that Maduka Okoye will come back to his full form. And Atalanta winger Demola Lookman, they gave him man of the match. He was man of the match against Real Madrid, and he came out and said, no, I'm not really happy. Yes, best player on the pitch, but we didn't pick up all 3 points. He really wanted Atalanta to beat Real Madrid. They are top of the league. Yeah, they are top of the pile in the Italian Serie A. He scored the winner against AC Milan last weekend. Now I want to ask you guys. There are talks that Lookman should make the move in January. Go to a big club, like make hay while the sun is shining. Hit the iron while it is hot. That Osimhen made a mistake. He didn't leave Napoli when he ought to. And then when he wanted to, Napoli messed him up. They're telling Ademola Lookman right now, move in January. The top clubs are already looking at you. You will most likely win the African Footballer of the Year. Make that big move as the African while you are, very, very up there. Why some are telling him, Atalanta have never won the league before. Never, ever won the league. You have led this team to the top of the league. Stay until the end of the season. In 30 seconds, what's the advice to Ademola Lookman?
I'll tell him to stay. They've never also won the Europa League when he did it for them. And he did it in style. He scored a hat trick. No one has even done that in the final of the Europa League. So he's creating history upon history. He didn't play 3 games at the start of this season because PSG were trying to get him, and they tabled 60 million. They later withdrew the bid. Now, me and Bolu was saying something that we're looking at his stats while coming in. We discovered that Ademola Lookman has scored 16 goals in all competition in 18 games. Remember, he didn't start the first 3 games. Wow, that tells you
16 goals, 5 assists, goals contribution.
Crazy, and that tells you
for a winger.
That tells you he's like one of the hottest wingers in the world right now. So his value will be up there. He's not an injury-prone player.
I'm trying to think about the left wingers better than him. I think the only one anyone can probably say is Vinicius. I'm trying to think of
right now. Yeah, left-sided player currently.
I don't think there's any better than him now.
Let's even put it like this: that will he get into any squad in the world
with his form? Now, I think he will break into literally every squad.
No, he won't get into Barcelona.
Who is that?
Why?
Rafinha.
Rafinha doesn't even play left wing.
Exactly.
He's more behind the striker.
But that's where they assign him to play. But it's because Balde bumps forward, so he drops in.
But right
because
now,
they play Dani Olmo behind the striker, play Lamine Yamal on the right, play Rafinha on the left. But
Olmo
because
has been injured,
but Dani Olmo he's been playing.
Aside Real Madrid, Barcelona, which other team are we looking at?
He plays everywhere.
Especially the Premier League. He plays in every team in Premier League now, based on his form now.
He plays everywhere. That tells you, that's a testimony to how good he is.
I think in the Premier League, yes, he will.
That testimony.
It's better than Martinelli. It's better than Trossard. It's better than Rashford. It's better than Jadon Sancho.
I'm better than Rashford now.
But someone said Nigeria should not be complaining going to the World Cup when we have players like Lookman and Osimhen.
And Iwobi.
It's crazy to even think. It's even crazy that we are thinking that we are struggling.
Yes, we are struggling.
The thought of struggling, it's even painful.
Bolu. The first thing is how many players have moved in January and succeeded. Most January moves always have a way of
Leandro Trossard
for players and
Bruno succeeded, but
it's rare. Are you calling Trossard even a success? Trossard is yet to break into the Arsenal first 11.
No, he's a super player. Arteta is the one with problems.
He's a super player, not a superstar.
Arteta is the one with problems, not Trossard. Trossard is better than Martinelli any day, anytime. Martinelli only has pace.
Let me advise you. Anytime there's a topic on Arsenal, maybe we'll just roll over it. Because Kisney will not agree on anything.
And again, why are you going now? Osimhen's zone was who wanted him last summer, not this year, when they won the league. The only transfer we were hearing was in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
With the fee and everything. It was this last summer they won. I felt they go anyway. That was when they had their problems. And for him now, if he had gone to PSG last year, probably would have been on the bench. Sometimes they find the ifs and ifs. Now he's doing well with them. Just finish your season. I'm sure the club will want, even if they end up not winning the league, they will make more money if they sell him in the summer than in the January. So why And Atalanta will always buy someone else. They always find ways. There are talks linking into Man United.
They're one of the best coaches, Gasperini.
Yeah, Gasperini.
I love
if he goes to United, not even I think, he will be a start automatic. Wherever they decide to play, make and play. People forget that Ademola Lookman can play as a number 10. People forget that part. He can play. I think he's not so strong on the right, but either behind the striker or on the left. Ademola Lookman is brilliant for that. Imagine having 2 Yoruba demons on the wings for the same team. You know what I'm going about? Saka and Lookman on both wings for Arsenal with a striker. Not all those things Arsenal playing. I know the guy behind.
He just smile. Are you hoping Martinelli will keep Lookman out of Arsenal team?
No, he knows his coach.
Guys, let's go to the Nigerian Premier Football League. Instead of you to dash the Man United Arsenal. Where is Man United on the table?
Lookman will play anywhere at Arsenal.
You should talk about Man United, not Arsenal.
He's better than all my players.
You are saying as Arsenal. Are we Man City that are suffering?
Can Can you imagine?
The Nigeria Premier Football League. Brown Ideye, yeah, former Super Eagles striker, is set to resume at Timba after Super Eagles League and Kanu Nwankwo convinced him to join the Aba.
So all the training with Rivers
They hijacked
for
his
months.
deal. They hijacked. Rivers actually said they were not buying.
Or maybe you have told them I know they play.
So he's 36
Brown
already.
Ideye, apparently, I've watched Timba this season, and I can tell you that they just lack a goal.
finisher.
I finish. And if Brown Ideye is the guy, 36, maybe we have Sikiru. What's his name? Rabi
Ali is
Ali.
200 years.
Yes. So
Still doing well.
He's 44.
I mentioned Sikiru Alimi. The Remo Star striker got a hat trick for the Chan B team or Super Eagles B team, Chan team. They won in two days, 5-0, 5-1, playing with some lowly ranked side, but it's a good one.
They should beat Ghana.
Okay. Guys, we are done with Niger Flavor. Let's do a break. When we come back, we will touch on Euro Focus, but before then, we'll look at the 2030 and 2034 World Cup. We'll be back. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Euro Focus on the Premium Sports on PBO TV. Before then, let's quickly touch on the FIFA World Cup 2030. 3 teams: Portugal, Spain, Morocco, and then they kind of extended it to 6 teams where you have Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, saying it's for the centennial 100 years.
FIFA had no correct.
Why? It makes sense. Like,
So that
Yeah, they want to make it truly a global event.
It
So
don't make any sense.
it's
They should call Africa.
just give them a pass. But
Why did they play it in Brazil too? Brazil played the first World Cup, so they should have gone to every nation that played the opening World Cup.
just give them a pass.
So you are
now.
dashing 6 teams automatic tickets to World Cup.
Just for the group phase, just 3 games.
Is it not group stage they will start from?
Just 3 phase, just 3 games.
Is it not group stage? We didn't start from
Just
knockout
3
stage.
games.
but Argentina, Uruguay, how many are they in South America?
There are 10.
They almost like all of them almost like
Exactly.
qualify.
You give 3 automatic qualify. Just pack the 10 teams to go. Because what they say, let's celebrate centenary. Their opening match, we will do celebration for them. We're playing the World Cup at home. You are stressing the team that will be traveling.
But no. What they are saying is this: that for those games that will be played in those 3 countries,
It's
in South
their own
America,
opening games.
No. It will be no. They are saying that it will be one group that will play there, just one group that will play there.
Are the 3 of them in the same group? No.
Okay.
And they are playing only one game in their venue. So it means when they finish one, they are coming to Morocco or Portugal or even Morocco. You go cross water tire for World Cup. Morocco, they've seen what they want. Maybe they say that now.
Honestly, I was wondering the
Now,
okay.
Now, listen. This is from FIFA. The opening 3 matches of the tournament will take place in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. This is because FIFA is commemorating 100 years since its inaugural World Cup. That competition was staged in Uruguay and won by the host, with Argentina defeating finalists. Meanwhile, Paraguay is where the South America Football Confederation, CONMEBOL, is based. So the hosts, the beaten finalists, the hosts were also the winners. The beaten finalists, and then CONMEBOL itself. That's where Paraguay is.
So if Brazil had won, beating Argentina, they would have played in 4 nations.
The idea, let's just praise the idea. The idea is to make it truly global and recognize all those things. That's what they are.
So the tournament hosts secure automatic qualification, which means Morocco, Portugal, and Spain have qualified. Plus Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. They have guaranteed places.
But defending champions don't guarantee. We will scatter the tournament.
That's one thing I don't understand. Like, really.
So here's our Asian Football Confederation 8 places, Confederation of African Football 9, CONCACAF North Central America and the Caribbean 6, CONMEBOL 6. So CONMEBOL 6. No.
Is it minus those? Out of 10.
So CONMEBOL will have 9 participants. If that.
So what will those 3 be playing when others are playing? You know, their own qualifiers takes like 3 years. Almost every international window they play. So what would they be? They'll just be playing friendly and be playing those same nations.
They'll find a way. I believe that they'll find a way.
FIFA complexity.
Yeah, they'll find a way. Is it just FIFA?
Like the complexity even got to the level of announcing. I guess it will come to the news where they announced Saudi Arabia.
Yes, Saudi Arabia 2034.
I love that one.
That's the next one. Now,
I love it.
Now, there are issues surrounding this.
Europe have problem. There are no issues.
Sports washing or what do they
I
call
guess
it?
you just like it because they have money.
Laundry,
the
image laundering.
Europe have problem. Russia, why didn't they play World Cup in Russia?
no issues. And it was one of the
Nobody
best
said
podcasts.
it exactly.
Actually, it was one of
Because
the best
Europe hosts this tournament,
But-
they are complaining time. European time doesn't favor other continents too, except Africa. Why don't source complaining? Are they not playing in America? World Cup will be watching midnight in Nigeria. Atlanta 96, we watch in midnight. USA 94, we watch in
Yes.
midnight. So they should get us.
I think-
You
I think
said
they were not
global
happy.
showpiece.
They were not happy with the voting process. Too.
They don't like it in
They
it.
were not happy with the voting
They are
process
pained.
at all.
The last time the difference between the last Qatari or Arab World Cup and this next one is 12 years. 2022 and 2034.
34.
It's 12 years. What happened to Europe? If Europe hosts in 2024, the next one in Europe, if the next one doesn't go, the one after goes to them. Nobody dies 8 years apart. Now they are complaining, saying it's money, it's human rights. They never teach something. I knew approving Qatar will open the door to others to host. Make them know after Saudi, we are still coming to Morocco alone to host, not co-join.
Saudi has always wanted to host that World Cup after
They spent
after
billions.
Qatar.
Now,
Don't they have better venues and some nations?
Saudi Arabia has invested around £5 billion in sports since 2021. When the country's crown prince Mohammed bin Salman made it a key part of his strategy to diversify the economy. With a host of major sporting events brought to the kingdom, high-profile boxing games, Riyadh has
So
been
they
the
host
venue.
every boxing now?
Yes, and then Formula One. Now the Saudi league has players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Neymar. So you look at it that they've invested quite a lot.
of
So I
money.
think it's just
Even
good that
Abemena Law is the director of their football.
Now, I hear that they are going to build a city, not a stadium.
That Games Village.
They're going to build a city for that purpose, just for the purpose of the World Cup. They are going to build 11 new stadia, and they are going to refurbish.
Truth is, I'm
4 or 5.
not surprised with all those ones. Wow. The issue why the complaints were it's their human rights and everything, and they've been trying to make it as flexible as they can. You can't wish away religion. You can't wish away beliefs of people. Saudi will hold on to their traditions.
Saudi we
whether you
don't,
like
don't
it,
get lounge.
whether you like it or not. So, but they've been trying to accommodate people, and you could see efforts that they're doing. They're putting out efforts to make sure that they are truly global. They are truly in touch with what happens in the Western world.
It shouldn't happen. If they're not married, you can't be living together.
Exactly.
So they've bent their rules.
Their rules to accommodate all those stuff. So they're showing people that we can actually be flexible with our rules.
There are women that watch
regulations.
football in stadiums now.
Exactly, and they allow them also play football.
I'll be there.
So-
I'll be there in 2034. And this is where I'll be there. FIFA reporting to the Saudi World Cup bid. One of a kind stadium projects have been proposed. Now, in total, Saudi World Cup will be played in 15 stadiums across 5 cities: Riyadh, Jeddah, Aba, Al Quba, and Neom. And an as yet unbuilt city in the northwest of that's what I was talking about. Now, the plans for the Neom Stadium, this one is mind-blowing, shows it will be set 350 meters above ground level and will only be accessible via high-speed lifts and driverless vehicles. I'm not missing.
Make I not let you celebrate.
I'm not missing the Saudi World Cup
Technology there.
for anything.
Any rain law.
I'm not missing the Saudi World Cup for anything. Okay, guys.
But what if Nigeria don't play in that city?
I don't need Nigeria to be there.
No. You have to cover Nigeria.
I don't
You just
actually
want to
need
go and
Nigeria to.
enjoy
Yes,
yourself.
I'll be at that Neom
So
Stadium.
your name will just be Kingsley Abdullah.
Yeah, I'll be at the Neom Stadium. I'll cover any of the teams that'll be around there.
Oh, Nigeria will play in the finals.
Okay. Time will show.
With a Nigerian coach.
Project 2034 Nigeria.
With a Nigerian coach.
Okay. Maybe Chijoke Ezali will be the coach.
Maybe no
Yeah.
foreign coach has ever won the
No, we are
World Cup.
talking about coaching.
Wait, Bolu. No foreign coach has ever won the World Cup with the national team. Maybe we should be thinking locally. Just
Okay.
Food for thought.
Okay, time will tell. Okay, guys, so let's go to league games across board. I think we're done with the other conversations. Okay, I hear that Puma took a marketing hit after Cucurella binned their newly launched £220 boots, which he wore against Tottenham during the London derby.
You should be sued for that.
The boots were advertised as specializing in 3 features: adaptability, movement, and control. He didn't have any of the 3.
You should be sued for that thing, actually.
Why?
You are a brand ambassador. You got things for free. If you don't like it, you can complain to them. They will get you another. And the funny thing is, the boot he changed to was still Puma. So why did that thing alone destroyed Puma?
Yeah, but I guess he was just unhappy that he cost his team 2 goals. And
His
it
boots
was,
that
it was,
made
it
him
was,
cost
it was
his
supposed to be.
his head is not correct.
He was sleeping inside the boots that was supposed to be very expensive and very durable.
What if he was the one not
and
standing
very
firm?
good. Well, I guess it was.
Or
just
the
being-
grass was
It
too
was just
wet.
being human, and he did what he did.
Then
actually.
why are you being in a booth and you're posting it online?
That's one thing he shouldn't do.
Because that's
he shouldn't-
definitely going to be
he shouldn't,
breach
he
of
shouldn't do that.
contract.
But, yeah, he shouldn't do that. But he was angry. He changed the boot, and funny
He got-
enough,
he got the assist for the first
He
goal.
got the assist for the first goal, and he played throughout the game without
Okay.
sleeping anymore.
Players
Okay.
just they find an excuse there. You like Tony Cruz, for example, I think he won one boot throughout his career. He didn't change. Nothing. Some things are just superstitious.
And some players wear two different boots.
Two legs, wear
all
black
the
and
same
red.
leg.
Okay, guys, let's quickly talk about club football. In midweek, we had the UEFA Champions League, and then we had some teams wumble and fumble, and then some teams are still doing so very, very well. Before we get into league games, let's quickly look at what went down in the UEFA Champions League. We saw games Tuesday, Wednesday. Liverpool 6 wins out of 6, top of the pile. I see Barcelona second, got a win away at Dortmund. Arsenal third, got a win at home to Monaco. Bayer Leverkusen got a late winner against Inter Milan. Aston Villa also went away to beat RB Leipzig. Well, I see 13 points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 teams are on 13 points, and those 6 teams are Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Inter, Stade Brestois, Lille. First to
Sorry, Casey, which
8.
club did you mention? Among the 13 points. I heard the club had no.
Yeah, Lille are there.
No,
Lille
not
are
Lille.
8,
Not Lille.
Stade Brestois 7,
Which club is that?
Inter 6, Aston Villa 5, Bayern 4,
Yeah.
Arsenal 3,
Brest are 7.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
They came out very firm
Please,
against
I'm
Brest.
not done. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
Barcelona are
I
second
wanted to be
with
sure the name of the club.
Barcelona are second with 15 points, while Liverpool are top with 18 points. Now you go down the table and then you see teams like
You can't see Brest down there. It's not
Juventus
They're doing very well.
14th, AC Milan 12th, Manchester City that lost to Juventus at 22nd, Real Madrid at 20th. I don't even know why Bolu disturbs us on this show. Real Madrid at 20th. When we have just 1 to 24 that will progress to the next round.
No. 1 to 8
Yes.
to progress.
1 to 8 automatically. 9 to 24 will play
They
off.
will find a way to progress.
Yes, playoff. But if you are from 25,
But as of now, if it ends like this, Real Madrid will play either Juventus or Atalanta. if it ends like this.
Wow. Okay.
So
P-
Madrid and Man City are down, and Brest is up.
Okay. Let's go to league games, guys, for this weekend. I knew that they will just want to disturb me. I don't know
Are we
why.
not analyzing the Brest
I don't know why that team they are playing the Champions League. From next season they won't play in the Champions League, so we'll just be
They will play in
They
the
will
Europa
always
League.
play.
we'll be avoiding them even in
Because
different
even in
champions.
the league, because they are at the top,
Mhm.
they will always be in the champions.
And they've always been a very firm team.
League 1, Marseille, Lille, PSG, Lyon, Bundesliga, Augsburg, Leverkusen, Dortmund, Hoffenheim, Leipzig, Frankfurt, Mainz, Bayern, no key games here. Even in the La Liga, Sevilla, Celta Vigo, Rayo Vallecano, Real Madrid, Atletico, Getafe, Barcelona, Leganes, Syria. I think the pick of the bunch for Syria should be Lazio, Inter Milan. Lazio went away from home last weekend to defeat Napoli. Okay, Chijuke, I give you this one. You mentioned.
I was
it.
waiting for that.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I'm not a very horrible person like you. You really think?
Arsenal. Well, Bodu, you were not here last week. He disturbed me with Arsenal throughout the show.
So you got that one
Trust.
right. Lazio will be at home to Inter Milan. Would they beat Inter?
No.
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 No, but it will be a low scoring game. It will
Okay.
under 3.5.
Oh,
if we're going to predict,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But what I'm
get
saying,
there.
analysis wise, I like I said, Lazio play very different ways from every other Serie A teams. They can play very attacking, play very defensive. But what I like about them, they adapt their systems to the teams they play. Unlike Atlanta that plays all attacking against whichever team they are playing.
true that.
Napoli plays their 3 at the back against every team. Lazio adapts to everybody. Inter would find it very difficult to play against them. Inter have not been firing this season, and if you look at what Lazio is doing, you would appreciate how tactically. I just love Lazio actually. So I'm being a little bit biased right now. I want to say they would win, but we just have to wait till the prediction to know what I would
I just hope
pick.
that even if they win, Atalanta should beat Cagliari away from home so that Ademola Lookman and Sim,
Extend the gap.
yeah, will still be on top off the table. England, Chelsea, Brentford, Newcastle, Leicester, a few games here and there. Liverpool will play Fulham. They didn't play last time out. They had the Merseyside issue. Arsenal, Everton, and then there's a Manchester derby. We'll talk about that when we get to Hot Gist. Let's do a break, guys. We'll be back with Hot Gist. Welcome back, guys. It's time for Hot Gist right here on Premium Sports on PBO TV. What else? So where else will we go to if not Manchester? There's the Manchester derby, and then there are issues surrounding the blue side of Manchester team. Pep Guardiola. We hear, we're struggling because the team is aging. Some are saying, he ought not to have sold Cole Palmer. He ought not even to have sold Julian Alvarez at the start of this season. He didn't replace Alvarez and all of that. Or it's Rodri injuries disturb this team. Foden, best player last season, did not get the job done this season. Kevin De Bruyne has been injured and all of that. Guys, we will talk about the game itself. Manchester City, Man United. But what really do you think is the issue with Man City?
Well, those parading themselves as Man City fans, I don't think any of them love Pep Guardiola like I do. I remember some persons came, how would you be supporting Madrid and like Pep Guardiola? Like, what? Two truths can't exist together. So, all the lame, unnecessary excuses. Initially, it was Rodri. It became aged players. It became they played too many games, blah, blah. And I love how Jude Bellingham got to Champions League final and got to Euros final. So, the excuse, dead. I love how a 16-year-old Yamal played 50 games for Barcelona, got to Euros final. That excuse, dead. Initially, those that played in Euros were in poor form. We mentioned Harry Kane and the likes, the excuse dead. The truth is everyone goes through rough patches, no matter how great you are.
This is not a rough patch.
Even at Barcelona.
I remember this patch is not rough. There's no patch.
No, the length of the patch is not different. Real Madrid went 3 years trophyless. Man United, incidental, Madrid and Man United went 3 years trophyless the same period.
Did they win one in 10? Did they lose 7 in 10?
You win 100 and 1, you go trophyless. You see, go trophyless. In between 03 and 06, both United and Madrid went trophyless. I think Madrid you just won one, maybe Community Shield or Carabao.
Is there an issue to go trophyless?
So it's an issue for supporting a team, certain team is an issue. So you
Arsenal
always
fans
have.
They can't really.
I think where Kingsley is coming from, like, he's looking at elite teams. So maybe you're elevating Man City a little too quickly.
But they built in the last 10 years. They've got to that stage. In fact, they have more Premier League titles than Chelsea.
In fairness.
And we rate Chelsea as a great team as well. So the question is, how long will this be? And sometimes the mindset as well. When you achieve to a certain level, you feel you've reached the crescendo, there's nothing to play for again. I remember when Real Madrid won Champions League 2 years ago, they asked Freddy, okay, what more, blah, blah. He said he's wearing number 15 because he wants to help them win 15. When they won 15 there, they asked him, you won 15, you've achieved. He said, no. Some players are celebrating 6 Champions League. I want to get there. So sometimes your mental target strength, as well. Yeah. You won the treble, then you won the league again 4 years in a row. Probably they don't see any other challenge. Then I see the way Pep sets up his teams, and I be like, is this guy high or something? So it's more like the factors are not working for them. When people say it's no Rodri have only played 3 games for them this season. They won just 1 of those 3. So it's not a matter of Rodri or not. The team are just going through rough part. The question now is, how will Pep Guardiola bring them out? Some persons don't even pray they come out.
Yeah, at least it's the biggest test of his managerial career, whether anybody likes it or not.
That's never happened.
It starts for Barcelona
losing 7 games out of 10. It's just
unheard of.
Pep Guardiola has been a manager that has endured not too many defeats in his career. He has enjoyed so many success. He had Messi at the time, he had Lam at the time, he had Haaland, even till now he still have Haaland, he still have those players. But now he needs to now challenge himself to see if he can bring out the best of the best from these players, because now it's down to their mental strength. It's not even down to their talents anymore. It's not even fatigue, because like you mentioned, you broken down perfectly how players are went to the Euros and how they are playing and how they are shining. Now it boils down to how much do these players want it, because they want so much. We've said it on this show several times. They want so much. The complacency of being champions might come in. They might want to relax. We can take
you say they want so much in England.
They want so yeah.
That's in England. They just have 1 Champions
League. No, even in Champions League.
1.
Even in the Champions
League. They have only 1.
Besides the last thing that Madrid beat them in the quarterfinal, they'll be hitting the semi-finals too.
Thank you. Let me even put it in perspective. In like 5 years, they played a final. They've lost the final and won the final. In
Two
Europe,
other semi-finals.
Europe, that's massive. If you do comparison with other teams, it's massive. So it would take a toll on players. It could, because they play long seasons. They have, you mentioned like 2 other semi-finals. If you calculate in 5 seasons, it means they've played like
They've been playing
an
between
average of
50 to
60 games.
Are you making excuses? for
No,
this?
I'm trying to like understand. I'm trying to make people understand why they've come to this level of burnout, because burnout sets in at a point. Now City are going through them. They have new players who have not blended in.
I don't even think it's more of burnout, because
Yeah,
the problem, the number one
I
challenge
think
they have is
burned out. Yeah,
they need to fix that defense. It's like there's almost no communication in defense.
but
I see
injuries
offside.
now. Injuries.
Akanji, Stones,
Injuries are too
injured
much.
time and
They have
time
200
again.
centre backs. They should find a way to
Injuries
fix
are
it.
too much,
Okay.
and that the consistency, partnerships. You know, he played so much.
At some
with-
point, he thought benching Ederson is the solution.
No, he played so much with Stones at the point, with Akanji. He played with Diaz.
The
Diaz
only
at the point
consistent
wasn't
one
even
was
playing
Diaz,
because he
yeah.
was injured for a long period. So injuries have not helped them. The partnership they've had in defense, and if you watch Pep Guardiola teams, they play in triangles. When they pass out from the back, it was in
opening
triangles.
up,
Yeah.
opening up,
So
opening up.
even the Rodri that people are shouting, they leave Rodri, they play in their triangles, build to the attack, and score. It's only when the ball is coming back to them that Rodri becomes
stands
more involved. So it's now that confidence of playing out from the back the way they used to do, and
They can't even
killing
string
off teams,
passes
dominating
together like
teams,
before,
they can't do it anymore. So they need to find that confidence back.
Bring
They
back the
need-
fear.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll be back for I'll just take what you think will happen at the Manchester derby, but let me just
Maybe only
to put
one
this in perspective. Since the start of November, Manchester City have conceded more goals across all competitions than any other team from Europe's big 5 leagues. Man City,
Unheard of.
not Sheffield.
They consider
City
that rest.
have conceded 2 or more goals in each of their last 7 away games across all competitions, as many as in the previous 46 combined. City have conceded 9 goals in their last 3 Champions League games, 4 against Sporting, 3 against Feyenoord, and then they also conceded, in their last game against Juventus, having kept a clean sheet in the first 3 this season. It is the first time in Guardiola's managerial career that he has seen his side concede more than twice in 3 consecutive Champions League matches across all the clubs he has managed. And finally, City have gone 8 games without a clean sheet away from home in all competitions, the joint longest such run of Guardiola's managerial career. This is absolutely incredible, guys.
Away have you?
Yeah, Manchester
They
derby.
will continue because they will still consider against United.
Manchester derby. How will it
They
end?
might win anyway.
Man City, I think I'll do. Well, this is a crazy rate, but I'll do double chance for Man City.
It's not. We're not doing bet yet.
I know it means either they win or they draw that game.
That's Man City.
Those
So
are the kind
City
of
won't
games
lose.
I don't think City are
Okay.
losing in that
CJ.
game.
CJ won't lose.
United have won more matches head to head. I'm looking at head to
So
head.
they won much like almost everybody in
More
England,
matches.
apart from Chelsea.
Yeah, and it will be tough for United. Let me know, like, because
Exactly. So it's not more of City, it's more of United.
Yeah, United lost against Nottingham Forest. Their confidence is so knocked down. Yes, City is coming back from a loss, defeat in Turin. I didn't expect them to lose that particular game. It's so
Not even lose
it's
by
so
2.
even bad that
Juve
City are
don't
losing
even score
games.
2.
Thank you. They're losing games that you don't even expect them to lose. Against Feyenoord, they were leading 3-0. They conceded 3 goals.
Man
United,
U. Talk about Man U.
I'm
CJ.
avoiding. I'm stalling. To
Yes, talk about Man United. You are taking us to places that I don't want you to take us
Yeah,
to.
I'm stalling
Man U.
because I don't want to predict against United, but I don't see United winning that particular.
Okay, good. I think you are with Bolu on this one. Very quickly, let's go over to our fantasy. This one, in the course of the week, we had the mystery chip. It was revealed.
Yeah.
Oh, they are going to have what you call assistant manager. This will happen from, I think, game week 26 or thereabouts, or 24.
24.
Game week 24, where you pick a coach from the EPL. And then that coach, a win will give you, if the coach wins, you give you 6 points. If he gets a goal, 1 point, and all of that. You can go check that out. But let's let you know that for this game week, which is game week 15. Game week 15? No, game week 16. Yeah, it should be 16. We have done 15. Yeah. Top transfers. Saliba. Saliba has given good returns. He scored in back-to-back games. So a lot of persons have gone to go and buy Saliba. Yeah. Isak. Enzo Fernandez. That's Enzo for Chelsea. Cole Palmer, I'm not surprised. Mo Salah, people have been buying Mo Salah. And why they buy Mo Salah is because they have sold Haaland. Haaland is still top transfer out. Then there's Watkins too, out.
Watkins are applying to buy.
Gabriel Magalhaes for Arsenal, out. Welbeck, a lot of us had him at the start of the season, out. Okay. Smith Rowe, out. Who are you captaining this season, this weekend?
Well, he may still stay with Salah first. Salah, then I'm considering Haaland. Haaland loves Man United. It will be between Salah and Haaland.
You? Yeah. You don't have Haaland, so there's no.
Yeah, Salah.
Salah. Okay, you said with Salah. I have left my captains with Haaland. I sink or swim with him. That's why I'm loyal to him.
Hopefully it disappoints you.
I don't care. I don't really care. Let's do Punter Span because we have to go. Let's make some money for everyone out there. Let me start with Bolu was not here last week, so that CJ will do the final round. Bolu, let's start with the biggest one. Manchester, Man United.
Teams in double chance City.
Double chance City. Arsenal, Everton.
Arsenal, Everton are 2 year teams. Arsenal win.
You just call Arsenal a team.
Okay.
Newcastle, Leicester.
And Newcastle, Leicester. And I think Newcastle should do well to win this time. Finally.
Chelsea, Brentford.
Chelsea, Brentford, both of them to score.
Both teams score. Okay, I see 3SC Canopilas.
Shooting of Ibadan. Shooting like 1-0, lad. They call it, their fans call it slaughterhouse. But I think I'll do shooting win.
Shooting win. Ikorodu City, Remo Stars. Southwest Derby.
Go is hard in the APFL, but that should be go.
Go. Marseille, Lille.
Marseille, straight win Marseille.
Straight win Marseille. PSG, Lyon.
Paris, wow, another good game. Both teams to score.
Atletico, Getafe.
Madrid Derby. Oof. Over 1.5.
Over 1.5. Barcelona, Leganes.
If Barcelona don't win this one, they will see me in Catalonia. Straight win Barcelona.
Leipzig, Frankfurt.
Leipzig, Frankfurt. Another useless team, Leipzig. They are the new Dortmund. Let me give under 3.5.
Under 3.5. Finally, Mainz, Bayern.
Mainz, Bayern. Straight win Bayern.
Straight win Bayern. I go to CJ as we wrap up. Manchester City, Man United.
City win over 1.5. Why
no. Arsenal, Everton.
Arsenal win over 2.5.
Newcastle, Leicester.
Newcastle win.
Chelsea, Brentford.
Go and over 2.5.
3SC Canopilas.
3SC 1x under 3.5.
Okay. Ikorodu City, Remo Stars.
Ikorodu has been very good at home. Remo terrible away. Ikorodu City straight win.
Marseille, Lyon.
Marseille straight win.
PSG, Lyon.
PSG haven't lost a game or draws this season. They should win straight win.
Atletico, Getafe.
Atletico over 2.5.
Barcelona, Leganes. Okay. Leipzig, Frankfurt.
Over 2.5.
Mainz, Bayern.
Bayern straight win.
Okay. Guys, we have to go. It's been fantastic, talking to these guys always, every day, every time. Special mentions to those ones behind the cameras. Thank you so much, Elijah. Thank you, TZ, and thank you to the world famous Jessica. Thank you so very, very much. But you can cut down the distraction so that guys will focus. I'll leave you guys with this. Hajduk Split coach and Italian legend Gennaro Gattuso has shaved his iconic beard for the first time in 22 years to help raise 10,000 euros for charity. The former Milan midfielder and 2006 World Cup winner is now working as a coach in Croatia with Hajduk Split. So hey, he shaved off his beard to raise funds for men's health charity. If you have hairs somewhere that can help raise money, I don't care where those hairs are, please shave it and let's make some money. My name is Kingsley Akwan, the amazing Kingsley. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Premium Box Office TV. Everyone loves premium. Premium Box Office TV is exclusive on StarTimes.